Hello everyone, it's your host CT. I know I said CJ on my first video. I'm not really sure why, but accidents happen, so it is actually CT, by the way. C as in car and T as in the. I don't know. But how's it going, y'all? Today I'm going to be reviewing the US General Mini Toolbox. If you are wondering why you need one of these, well, they are super handy, and as you can see, I have two of them right here. I did a video on this one. I didn't post it, didn't think it was too good, so I went ahead and got another one of these. I mean, at 15 bucks a pop on sale, you really are missing out if you don't have one of these. If you are wondering, hey, really, why do I need one of these? I have about 15 square, 12, 15, 20 square feet of working space in my garage currently. Really not a lot. There's just so much clutter in here, and you can probably see a lot of boxes up there and stuff. But let me bring you in closer, and you can take a look at just really how I use these and why they are so efficient for my purposes. So yeah, you can see some tools down there. Got a lot in store for you guys eventually. But here in the blue toolbox, we have diamond files, little files, some wood chiseling, some carving knives. Not the best, but hey, they work. In here, super handy, some picks, just the Harbor Freight variety, pretty useful. I really love using those. They're super handy. Some other files, as you can tell. In the bottom here, we've got some woodworking tools. Some bachelor buttons from a pair of jeans I didn't need anymore. Some super handy steel circular wedges. They fit right in there. Yeah, who cares? Put that back. Sorry, I'm holding my camera by hand right now. It's just my phone. The red box, my first one. Assortment of stuff. Super glue, wood tight, wood. What am I saying? Loctite, wood glue, super glue. Man, I'm tired. Sharpies, pens, flush cutters, tiny pair of needle nose pliers, super useful. Here we got some punches, some scrapers, some extended bits with commonly used extended bits. Yeah, some commonly used bits, T15, T20, Phillips number 2, etc. On the bottom, we have my Weehaw Mini Go Box and Mini Set, pretty useful for when I'm working on power tools, putting on a longer cord on an angle grinder, working on extension cords, all that handy stuff. Those fit right there in my my storage, my mess, you can tell. I mean, this is just really what I'm working with right here, this table. Not a whole lot, but so you can see I'm a little crammed for space. That is why I love this toolbox. I'm gonna try to keep it a short video for y'all, but yeah, I like to ramble on. So hopefully y'all enjoy this. Just gonna set the camera back up. Alright, there we go. Should be able to see that. So unboxing wise, nothing too crazy. You got this piece of tape back here. Cut the tape, no other nothing. Put your blade away. Super handy. Gotta speak a little louder. I don't have a mic. It's not working at the moment. Just pull it open. Boom, there you go. There's the box. Nothing too crazy. Nice piece of foam. Who cares? We're not going to be returning this thing. It's good old Harbor Freight quality, and when it comes to small cheap things that somehow last a good while, it works. More piece of cardboard. Box. Who cares? Comes wrapped. Can you tell? Lighting's not the best. I'll get that changed up for you right here. Yeah, come on. Alright, should be better. I'm going to have to edit that out because who cares about me turning on the lights. Alright, there you go. Wrapped in some nice foam. Nice thin little foam. Who cares? Once again, we are not going to be returning this thing. Boom, there you are. A little stuck, but you just gotta These things get a little warm, I guess, and they get tacky. But right up stays up at 90 degrees. Nice little, decently thick liner, super handy. It's wonderful that these come with these linings. I mean, I bought 3 and they've all come with linings in all the drawers. Super handy, you know, because don't want to scratch your box up and don't really want to ruin an edge on a chisel, because sometimes if you got a chisel with a small enough handle, if you're doing detail work, you know, got a small handle, fits right in. Now that chisel's a little big for that drawer. This chisel also too big for that drawer. Fits somewhat in that drawer. It's a little too long. I'm sure I've got a shorter one. Here, the Stanley half-inch chisel fits right in. Shuts no problem. So, on the top, we are going to have a length of 5 3/4, just about. This first drawer, this one's a little sticky. Oh, just need it loosened up. Same with that one, just throw a little WD-40 if they get sticky. Your working space on this, about 4 7/8. About 4 7/8 as well for your depth on those drawers. Your width on the top is going to be the most at about 10, just shy of 10 3/4. First drawer, just shy of 8.5. Bottom drawer, just shy of 8.5 again. The entire box dimensions, back to front, about 6 inches. Your width, 10 15/16. And your height, about 6 inches. So really compact, really handy, and you can do a lot with these. You know, if you've got a couple little knives lying around, fit right in, no problem. Multi-tool, stick that in too. A little too tall for that drawer. Fits right in there. We got this Gerber multi-tool. Fits right in there. Handy dandy Husky 15-in-1 or so screwdriver. Love this thing. Might do a review on it. Fits right in. Everything goes perfect. I am going to do a review on the CRKT mini cleaver. That should be my next video. Real handy. Fits right in. Sheath is somewhere. I gotta find it. But super handy. Super useful for your small tools. And if you're commonly are doing a lot of projects that involve using different thread lockers and stuff, you know, you can keep your little bottles of Loctite, super glue, Sharpies, pens, little pliers and such. Didn't put that back very well, did I? Keep it all nicely stored right next to your workspace. Take up very little space. They don't move around a lot, thankfully, which is super nice. Just take all this out. But they've got these little like tacky, kind of like glue feet, and they just don't really want to move around on this. They move a little, but with some weight, they really don't want to move much, which is simply fantastic when you've got a lot of vibrations, because I have a vise over, let me see if I can twist you right there, vise over there, and do a lot of chiseling, a lot of woodwork, so it vibrates a lot of vibrations on the table, a lot of stuff moves. So it's really handy. I love this thing. You guys gotta go buy at least one. I like 3. Probably gonna keep my sharpening stuff in here because I've just got it loose in a box like this. My honing solution, a little too big for that. Then it fits right in, and probably too big for the Smith's Tri-Hone, but definitely should fit. Fits my Korumaku Shapton by Shapton 2000 grit sharpening block. Love that thing. Lansky puck. Everybody's got to have one of these. Well, it fits right in up top, and I like to do a little sandpaper sharpening to get a nice polish on my blades. You do a whole bunch of sandpaper storage up here of any kind of sandpaper. If you want to do discs, you do a lot of sanding with an orbital sander, 5 or 6 inch discs. Plenty of space. Do a whole stack in there. Let's see how many can fit. Got a whole bunch of 400 grit discs right here. Boom, it's like about 8. Fits right in, no problem. Got a stack of 320s, about 8 of them as well. You can fit that right on top. Still fits, and there's about 16 of them there. You know, they just compress really nicely. I love this thing. You guys have got to get one. And that's it. If you guys want to see anything else, I do have that upcoming video of the CRKT mini cleaver. Lighting's not the greatest today, but it's pretty handy. Blade length of about 2 inches. So, you know, if you're in California or somewhere where blade length is pretty restricted, you can still get away with handling one of those. So just, it's pretty handy. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. And please leave a comment. I do read those. I really love reading what you guys have to say. It makes my day, even if it is just some constructive criticism. But I mean, you know, keep it nice. Swear a little if you want. I really don't care. Just, you know, not too negative. Try to keep the community together, you know, bring everyone up, build them up. As a Canadian guy says, that Canadian vlogger, I can't remember his name. Fucking Billy Ray. Love that guy. You guys gotta go check his channel out. I think I'll put the link down. He does a lot of great axe work. As he says, kindness. Speaking 100 miles a minute. 100 words a minute, you know, flying. Yeah, I really enjoy that guy's videos. He keeps it real, really into the family, and probably gonna do a review on my Holtz Brooks Montreal pattern 28 inch axe. I love this thing. I've had this for 4 years in February, so about 3.5. Love it, love it, love it. Just keeps kicking. So you can see I put a little polish on there. That's what the sandpaper's for. So, sorry to keep rambling, but thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until the next video, see you guys.